Now I'll just stop you here and I'll take you through, because what happens is we are going for GST Appellate Tribunal, right? So GST Appellate Tribunal is nothing but a refined version of CSTAT, which was Custom Excise Service Tax Appellate Tribunal. For the erstwhile laws that existed in indirect taxes before 2017, the tribunal was named as CSTAT. For GST law, the tribunal is named as GSTAT. Although, to be very clear, CSTAT is functioning. CSTAT is not dysfunctional because there are already a lot of pendency in CSTAT. Similarly, once GSTAT is formed, CSTAT will continue to function for the old cases, as well as we may have certain new cases in the cases of customs, in the cases of tobacco, alcohol, petroleum product, whatnot. There are very few items that are still chargeable to excise as well as customs, right? So let us draw. So first of all, with effect from whenever the GSTAT comes into play, it's not like CSTAT will be wound up. It's they may not be even at the same places. It's nothing like that. The certain cases of CSTAT will be transferred to GSTAT. Nothing like that. Establishment, yes, like GSTAT is established under CGST Act. CSTAT was established in under Customs Act 1962. As of now, we have one principal bench in CSTAT and 8 regional benches. Under GST 80, we'll have one principal bench and 31 state benches. It seems to be very high. From 8, we are moved to 31, but this is not the case, because ideally the powers of the VAT tribunal has also shifted. There were a lot of cases in the VAT tribunal which will continue to function. Again, I'm saying all the cases that were earlier parked in VAT tribunal now will come to GST. Thereby, there has to be more number of benches under GST 80. 31 will, it will not end with 31. Members, every bench and CSTAT used to have one judicial member and one technical member. There was no involvement of state, thereby it only had 2 members. Whereas under GST 80, we'll have 4 members, 2 judicial members and 2 technical members. And then the bench could be of 1 judicial and 1 technical. Qualification, there is a difference between qualification under CSTAT. The person would have 10 years. If you are hiring a judicial member, the person would have a 10-year experience of any judicial office or a member of Indian Legal Services, more than 3 years, or an advocate of 10 years. If you'll see here in GST 80, he has to be judge of an high court or a for more than 10 years. Not any judicial office. So this, we may not find so many high court judges. Thereby, we have to restrict ourselves to a district judge. Technical member center. Earlier, it was same as IRS. Group A, commissioner, principal commissioner, 3-year services. Now, with this, additionally, what we see is additional condition of 25 years of service. He must have completed 25 years in IRS. Similarly, there was no conditions for state level officer. Now, the similar conditions are there for technical member state also under GST 80. Who can be a president under CSTAT? A judge of a high court or one of the members of the tribunal could be a president. Whereas this is not the case. GST 80 is a big authority. Judge of a Supreme Court or a Chief Justice of a High Court. So earlier there could be any judge of a High Court. Now it is only a Chief Justice of the High Court or judge of a Supreme Court that can be act as a president, right? So under CSTAT, any member can be appointed as vice president in CSTAT, whereas this is not the case under GST 80. It has to be senior most judicial member only. Uh, okay, so these are what are the eligible orders. Custom service tax. We have certain orders. Commissioner appeal, majorly commissioner appeals can go into appellate tribunals. Under GST, we again have appellate authority decisions that will be challenged. This is important. Appellate tribunal's discretion. So appellate tribunal, if there is a case of INR 50,000 rupees, appellate tribunal may refuse to even admit an appeal. Whereas this limit rupees with CSTAT. अगर आपका केस 2 लाख रुपए से कम है CSTAT में से, I will not hear. Under GST 80, it's only 50,000 rupees. क्योंकि अब VAT के डीलर्स भी आ गए, इसलिए limit has been reduced to a little. Fees for filing a case in CSTAT. Earlier there was a fees of minimum fees of 1,000 rupees, maximum fees of 10,000 rupees. Now the fees has been increased to 5,000 minimum and maximum 25,000. This is under CGST law. Same fees is applicable under SGST law also. Thereby, minimum fees will be 10,000, maximum will be to 50,000. I feel this fees to be on a very higher side, especially in first couple of few years, whereby there we are expecting a lot of litigation even by MSMEs. Government may think of giving a rebate or certain kind of discount on filing fees at least. It should be bought in parity with the CSTAT, at least for first few years. Fees for rectification. If there is any error in the appeal of order, then there was a fees of 500 rupees with CSTAT. Now there is no fees. The decision of mistake apparent on the record, CSTAT, an order used to be passed in 6 months. Now it has been halved under GST 80. Within 3 months, you'll get an order. The time limit for disposal of appeal with CSTAT was 3 years. Now this has been reduced to 1 year. You can expect early orders. However, the law says as far as possible. So these are not mandatory limits. These are only recommendatory, but we have moved from 3 years recommendation in CSTAT to 1 year recommendation in GST 80.
Welcome to COMPLINITY Technologies. COMPLINITY is India's leading governance, risk and compliance software helping companies to manage their compliance, contracts, litigation, legal updates, inter-financial controls and more. COMPLINITY is a one-stop shop for all GRC needs. With our proprietary 12 GRC modules and real-time legal updates on 2,000 plus laws and 24,000 plus compliances. All in an integrated platform that is easy to use with automated alerts and risk management capabilities. Is why compliance managers, general counsels and chief financial officers choose COMPLINITY every time. Join the most innovative and prestigious brands that use COMPLINITY. Automating your compliance management. Request a demo at complinity.com.